Hello everyone and welcome to Metroid Prime Randomizer Weekly Race. I'm your commentator, PC1997. I got Warren Traveler taking care of tracking for us today. And it looks like we've got Bruh Inc. and Avina as our two racers for the Crystallite Wave Bloodflower Seed. So we're looking forward to having a great race today. Looks like we've already got some Twitch chat action going on here, and we are going to get started in here in just a minute. Today is going to be alternate settings. So that means we've got a random start, randomized two-way elevators, and based on the starting location, we will have 1 to 3 items available to us from the get-go. Final bosses are on, warp to start is active. Yeah, so if we've got any guesses on where we're going to be starting, feel free to throw that in the chat. We've already had a little bit of discussion about potentially a lab start. If you've been watching the Echoes tournament, or the Echoes weekly races, there's been a lot of Space Pirate lab starting locations. But the labs in Echoes are a little bit bigger. Here we've got just the Phendrana Glacier 1 territory. We've got a bet on the Magmoor start as well. So depending on where you're starting in Magmoor, you're going to either need to have Various Suit or be in Far Magmoor where heat damage isn't as much of an issue. So we're letting the racers get ready to go here, and we will be starting shortly. Welcome to SpeedGaming 4. Alright, we got a couple more predictions. Op82 is saying Mines, and Phazon Suit and Farfen with a cursed wave beam found first. We could very well see that. Alright, here we go. Looks like everything's synced up, and we're gonna get started here. Let's see what Randovania has in store for us today. Oh, Bro needs to get his game started, but we're gonna sync that up. Phendrana Drift Start. Okay. So let's see. We are in the Ice Ruins access. So we are starting right at end. We have no starting items except the Morph Ball. I wasn't able to see the visors. Yep. It looks like no missiles, just the Morph Ball. Alright, so let's see where that logic's gonna lead us. We've got... Is that Space Jump Boots? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought that was Space Jump Boots behind the ice, which means we're going to need to find a Plasma Beam pretty soon. And if we can see up the spider track, I'm not sure if that's possible without bombs to be able to look up there. Oh, we do have missiles. My bad. Okay, so we've got missiles and we've got Morph Ball. So if they're gonna want the Space Jump Boots, they're gonna need to find Plasma Beam pretty soon. Alright, we got Bruh running here as well. So for the tracker, I think that's just Charge Beam and Morph Ball so far. Missiles don't show up. So Bruh's gonna see... No, that's Thermal Visor. Okay, my bad. I was able to see it on Bruh's. That's Thermal Visor. So still a lot of options. Be careful there, Avina. Avina's running really low on health. When you get this far into the game, it's not as bad as Mines, but starting like this, you got to be really careful with the Scatter Bomb boots, because while there hasn't been a whole lot of progress made, got to be careful. So they're going to head into... Bruh's heading into Ice Ruins West. Avina, oh my gosh, Avina, watch it. You're at 11 health. That Sheegoth is not playing around. Nor is the Crystallite. Those things can actually do some damage. So we're going to find out what is in... Very welcome health. We're going to find out what is in Phendrana Canyon today, and that looks like a suit. So that's Various Suit. Alright, so now we've opened up the ability to head to Magmoor, back to Chozo, without too much too much risk except for health, of course. So let's see what they're going to do with that. Avina wisely deciding to take care of the Sheegoth, as that could easily cause a death. And let's see where the logic is telling us to go. Well, there's a whole lot open. And a little bit of progressive suit, or a little bit of damage reduction from the various suit. So that's nice, but of course Avina's going to be taking it slow here. Oh, took a hit, down to 12 health. Nice, got around that other Bamboo. Bruh, meanwhile, is checking out Ice Ruins. And heading back to... Oh my gosh, Avina's at 3 health. And Avina took a death. Man. Well, that is the problem with the Sheegoths. So, yep, we can take off the various suit there. Avina's going to have to go back and grab that. Alright, so Bruh's got about a 3-minute lead here. And Bruh seems to be heading back to Magmor. Early game, but still you can see some frustrated power beam shots there. So Avina doesn't need to check behind the ice or anything, but knows that they have to go back to Phendrana Canyon to pick up that various suit. Alright, without bombs we can't check transport tunnel. Oh wait, I'm sorry, my bad. Randomized elevators. I completely forgot about the randomized elevators. So Bruh did end up back in Magmor, but it was not the monitor station elevator. This was the... oh, watch it, Bruh! That lava does a lot of damage. So we ended up in far Magmor. So you can see both of these players, very, very experienced runners, but definitely going to be taking it slow until we get our first E-Tank, just because there's a lot of hazards this late in the game. The game expects you to have, I believe, 3 energy tanks at this point. Might be 2. 5 totem, furnace. Yeah, the game expects you to have 3 to 4 energy tanks. Looks like something interesting under Shore Tunnel. I saw white, so that could be either Ice Beam, Ice Spreader, or X-Ray Visor. We'll get another look at it when Avina checks it, unless anyone got a really good look. Alright, so heading through Monitor Station, only 5 missiles, so we gotta keep an eye on that. It is possible to check Warrior Shrine, but it would be a farther journey because we don't have space jump boots. So, Bruh looking like we're just gonna skip that for now. And Avina has picked up Various Suit and is heading back out of Fen. We'll see if we have any route divergence or if they decide to follow the same path. Okay, it looked like Ice Beam or Wave, thank you. So that will definitely open up a lot more. Alright, Bruh is climbing Triclops Pit here. I might have missed what the item in the pillar was. Doing a slope jump so that we can try to get on some standable terrain here and do a... Okay, Bro is going to use the original method to try to get to that pillar. Check the item and it's Wave. Okay, thank you, Shinespark. Matt, we've got confirmation that the item under Shore Tunnel is Wave. Avina taking a save in Phendrana Shorelines, definitely like that play. Personally, I feel like I would take a ton of saves, just because you never know when especially before an energy tank, when something's gonna cause a problem. And Bruh picks up Morph Ball bombs in Storage Cavern off Triclops Pit. So that offers a bunch of movement, and can actually, as we see there, can actually take out the Triclops. So Avina taking that same elevator. And this is the one that typically is accessed from Talon 4's Root Cave. Gotta watch out for the puffers. Still no sign of space jump yet. And I don't think Bruh took a save, so needs to be careful here. Avina down to 17 health again. These Magmor Caverns is just not forgiving. It's just not forgiving at all when it comes to health. That looks like just a missile expansion up there in Fiery Shores. So Avina doing a dash. Oh no! Charge Beam wasn't able to draw in the medium health pickup quickly enough. Oh, it looked really close, but the scan dash was good. Scan dash was clean, but was not able to pick it up. Fortunately, Avina did take a save, so we'll be right here in Phendrana Shorelines, able to jump back in that elevator. Meanwhile, Bruh's checking Transport Tunnel. I believe it's Transport Tunnel B or Transport Tunnel. I always get those mixed up. And it finds the Artifact of Warrior. Alright, so that's one of 6 artifacts taken care of already, and we're going to see what this elevator is. Talon Overworld North. So this is the Talon Canyon elevator. Bruh, you can see jumping right into that. TTA. Yeah, I think that's right. So the random start was in Ice Ruins East. We know that the elevator in Phendrana Shorelines takes you to Fiery Shores, and the Monitor Station elevator takes you to Talon Canyon, and there are a lot of checks which can be done now. We have missiles, so we can check our hints. We have Morph Ball and Bombs, so we can get the item under the ship. And depending on comfort level with scan dashes, which shouldn't be an issue for these players, we should be able to get Frigate Crash Site and Alcove, of course. Bruh also picking up the Spider Ball behind the ship. So we're really heavy on Morph Ball upgrades so far. So let's see. Doing the pivotal scan dash for early space jump, and then a couple extra to speed up the routing, and we've got speed up movement, and we've just got a missile expansion. Always good to have a few more missiles. So you'll see Bro doing the slope jump to get out of Alcove. That one is pretty forgiving. So Avina taking more care in Fiery Shores to get that Magmor's 20 health pickup, and missiles completely out of missiles. So picking up a pickup there. Looks like it'll be making bit of a lava dip. Be taking the same path. And yes, Wave Beam confirmed Undershore Tunnel, and Bruh finds Space Jump Boots. So that has broken everything. I know I say this a lot, but broken everything wide open. What are those? Indeed, Matt. So that means that the next, I'm trying to guess for Bruh, it's either going to be checking artifacts or heading to early Chozo. Because there are a lot of items we can pick up in early Chozo with what we've got. Bro will be checking the artifact locations. Navina is heading into Monitor Station here. We'll be coming across that artifact, but has to get heading into Triclops Pit. I was about to say has to get those Morph Ball bombs before they can pick up the artifact in TTA, and we want to pick that up early so we don't have to come back for it. So the Wave Beam is PB locked, and there is a yellow I haven't seen that Metroid before. Yellow Metroid on Artifact Temple, so nothing for peeking these hints yet. But we're gonna see what we've got in store. So yeah, Wave Beam is logically Power Bomb locked. We could pick up an expansion or main Power Bombs to be able to get that Wave Beam. All right. Here we go. We got hints. Tower Chamber, Storage Cave, Hydro Access. Hat. Hydro Access Tunnel. Pausing a bit on that one. Storage Depot A, Elite Research, and we already got TTA. So Mines is not off limits. We've got Storage Depot A, which means we're going to need Plasma Beam and Power Bombs for that one as well. Tower Chamber is easy enough to get without gravity suit, But Hat is a different story. So hydro access tunnel in the frigate can be gotten without gravity suit, but it requires a very tricky dash that I have seen runners spend a lot of time on to get out once you get it. So, and thermal, yes, thermal is plasma locked. So, going through those, we've got Tower Chamber, Storage Depot A, Storage Cavern, Hat, and they already got TTA. A Training Chamber. Wow. I think this is the first time in a long time that we're actually going to see something that they're not going to turn around for in Training Chamber. Yes, definitely a longer seed. So that artifact is locked by... that artifact is going to be locked by picking up the Wave Beam, which is again locked by Power Bombs. So Avina going to be picking up their first artifact here. Phazon Suit in Arbor Chamber. Wow. Love the color scheme, by the way, bruh. I don't know if any of us saw that coming. Wow. So, long seed, but maybe not quite as long. So that is a large amount of damage reduction. If it's progressive suits, that would be 50. No. Yeah, because we've got 2 suits. So picking up the grapple beam under Root Cave, or next to Root Cave, and is heading into... I did not read the elevator. I keep forgetting about the randomized elevators. Just because we're in Talon doesn't mean we get to Chozo. But we do get to Chozo regardless. It's just at the complete other end of Chozo. So grapple beam does put space jump boots in logic. Avina is checking Root Cave, going to find that, and finally taking a safety save for bruh. Avina's going to find their their grapple beam, which makes space jump in logic. If that, they said that scan dash is not beginner logic, so it expects you to pick this item up first. All right, is Avina going to turn around? No, Avina's not going to turn around. Going to continue, or at least maybe just check the elevator. It's the reflecting pool save station. Avina trying to decide whether you should turn around and pick up everything from Talon that we can get, or take the elevator. Avina going to be taking the elevator. Yeah, and it looks like that's a good point. That's a good point, Kirby fan. I forgot to take that into account. We don't have any beams, so we can't check anti. We can check anti. No, we can't. We can check anti-chamber. We can't get the item unless it's ice beam, unless it's vanilla. So, are we gonna be able to get past Crossway? We're gonna be able to check Crossway, but I believe that's a wave door. Wow, main PBs in Crossway. This seed is like, let me tell you exactly where to go if you check things in this order. So, using the climb to pick up the main PB. Oh, took a fall. I'll have to try that again. Doing the standables climb here. Bruh is going to be able to pick up main PBs, which opens up wave. And then we can come back and get access to early Chozo, which is very, very check dense. Wow. Alright, that's main PBs. So, bruh, not surprisingly, turning around, probably heading to Shore Tunnel as quickly as possible. And now that we've got Power Bombs and Grapple Beam and Varia Suit, there's nothing stopping us from getting the Training Chamber artifact once it's once we can access early Chozo. So Avina realizing there's not much to do in Chozo without having space jump boots, without having ice beam or wave beam. There's really not much to do. Bro taking a safety save, and might also be taking a warp to start. No? Oh, wants to check antechamber. acquired boost ball. Bruh. Oh, bruh, having to reset. I was really confused. I'm like, maybe there's something I didn't know about. Maybe that you can get out of that room with power bombs or something? No. Okay, so what happened there is the antechamber has a missile door on one side, but on the other side it's ice beam. So because you're expected to get the ice beam in that room. So if you let the door close behind you, you're locked into that room, and it's a soft lock. You have to reset. And that's why Bro took the safety save. So he took a safety save literally right across the room. So that didn't lose almost any time. Wanted to check if it was ice beam. Going for it again? Correct me and chat. Is there something about this room I don't know? Are you able to get this item without ice beam? I'm really confused. Maybe I've missed a huge development, but called the lockpick trick. Okay, I haven't. Wow. All right, I'm blown away. I did not know about that. Well, thank you for letting me know. And it looks like Bro is able to get the boost ball and is now warping to start. So that is a huge advantage. I wasn't aware of that. That is crazy. I'm gonna have to keep up with that because I didn't know that was a thing. Well, that gives Bro a boost ball, and unsurprisingly heading straight for Shore Tunnel as fast as possible so that we can get into early Chozo. Avina, meanwhile, picked up Grapple Beam, logically got the Space Jump boots, and is now heading to Artifact Temple to get the hints. Alright, so after Wave Beam, the most logical option would be, or the most check-dense option, I believe, would be early Chozo, but that also does open up mid-Fen. Does open up mid-Fen, and we're picking up this missile expansion, not only because then you don't have to worry about boosting, or worry about the lava as much, but also because we still only have, I think, 10 missiles. Avina firing off some shots on that yellow Metroid. It's a design I haven't seen. And welcome to the commentator booth, WX fan. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me. Sorry, that
no
was
problem.
a.
Let me catch you up here. It's been quite an interesting seed.
I don't appreciate.
So we started in Ice Ruins East with just missile launcher and morph ball.
Okay.
We know that thermal is behind the ice, so that's plasma locked. And the random elevators connected Fen shorelines to fiery shores, and then connected monitor station elevator to Talon Canyon.
Kind of makes sense.
Both runners have checked their artifacts. One was in TTA, but watch it, bruh. Watch it. We've had a couple of deaths because starting with being surrounded by Shigoths with no energy tanks and no suits.
No,
so
really?
TTA had an artifact. The others are, I think you can find it in the chat. We've got Tower Chamber, Hat, Elite Research, Storage Depot A. Not Tower. Okay, maybe not. Hold on. There might be an error in there.
I saw Shine Sparking Mart. Check them out. So.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I accidentally put my gain down. There, that's better. Now you should all hear me a little bit better. So there we go. Tower
You're still
chamber,
a little quiet on my end.
Tunnel. Really?
You're still a little quiet.
How about now?
There we go.
Kidding.
I think that's a little better.
All right.
So they both found Phazon suit. Or no, not both. I'm sorry. Bruh found Phazon suit. It was in Arbor Chamber.
A Phazon suit in Arbor Chamber?
Right. While we also have a training chamber artifact. So one of those is saying long seed, the other is saying jet seed. So I really don't know where we're going there. But yeah, Phazon suit is in Arbor Chamber. It looks like Avina's on their way to grab that right now. Various suit was in Phendrana Canyon, which kind of opened up the heat resistance there. And then bruh showed off. I wasn't aware of this. I'm not sure if you've seen this. Showed off a lock pick where he was able to pick up the boost ball that was in Antechamber without Ice Beam, laying a power bomb right outside the door, zipping in to grab it, and then getting out, and the door didn't close and lock behind him.
I saw that, and I had no idea what bro was doing. I had this up as I was finishing up the post-game interview from the Map Rando Best of 3 that I was commentating. I had no idea what bro was doing.
I was like, well, he took a save right across the hall in Reflecting Pool, so maybe he just wants the knowledge of what it is. But then he went back for it again, and I'm like, what's going on? So
yeah, I didn't get
very cool to see that trick shown off, for me at least for the first time. And main PBs was in a Crossway, so we had to do the Crossway climb to grab that.
Well, there you go. Appreciate the catch-up here. That looks like it's a missile at the top of Furnace.
Yeah, pretty sure that's just a missile expansion up there. But bruh, with the wave beam now has access to all of Chozo, and we know that there's at least 2 artifacts here we have to pick up. One in Training Chamber, which I never see anything in Training Chamber. It's always peek it and then get out the door. This time we're actually gonna have to go through that fight. And it looks like we're just going to be doing Chozo cleanup for a little while. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I missed. Some deaths due to lava, some deaths due to She-Goths.
Yep, Avina's got...
So, bro started out a little bit behind, but has made up the time since.
Yeah.
And bro heading straight to Zoid. Bombs were in Storage Cavern off Triclops Pit. Looks like Avina's heading to check it out and see what it is too. Gonna try the same trick. Alright, looking at it and firing a lot of shots in frustration at it.
Yep.
But
so
we'll be turning around here and waiting until we have Ice Beam. And there's Ice Beam!
What the... What?
This is ridiculous.
What is this seed?
This seed has just been saying, okay, here's where I want you to go. Travel a couple rooms and I'll show you the item you need. And then you can go back for it. So in true Metroidvania style, we're going to be doing some backtracking here. Wow. So Ice Beam on Zoid. Which opens up Elder Chamber. Or not Elder Chamber, Hall of the Elders. It technically opens Elder Chamber. For some reason that's an Ice Beam door, but we don't have Plasma yet.
Yeah, so it's an interesting door. It's a wave door in, ice door out for Antechamber.
And a Metroid on. So, gives us Ice Beam and then gives us nothing on the actual Incinerator drone.
Weird.
It looks like neither of them... I was saying I like Burrow's Phazon suit colors, personally. The blue with the black. Honestly, looks pretty close to Dark Samus. Avina's got the purple.
It's very cool. It's the nice cyan colors. My favorite color.
Alright, Avina nailing the standables here. Oh, did the same thing that Bruh did. Not quite getting stuck into that nook and having to redo it. Missiles and Watery Hall access. And we have Spider. So Spider was on landing site. It was under the ship.
Yeah, it was early.
Yeah, very early. So Bro will be able to check the entirety of Dynamo. Avina jumped into Chozo without checking the rest of Talon first, just getting the Phazon suit and Arbor Chamber.
Yep.
I think.
Upper Dynamo, like you said, is now in Logic. And don't mind me, I'm literally coming off of a best of 3, coming into this game. PC, thank you for allowing me to come in here late. Thank you to the tournament admins for allowing me to come into this late. So,
no problem. Definitely.
And I'm also not going to lie, PC. I've got IEM Cologne on another monitor.
I'm sorry?
Big Counter-Strike, one of the biggest Counter-Strike tournaments of the year. Grand Finals is on there as well, so...
That's on your second monitor?
That is on my second monitor. I'm literally flip-flopping between that and the flip-flopping between the SpeedGaming 4-piece, so...
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
But
No worries.
everyone's favorite buster, the Wave Buster's found. And another missing
Yeah, we got
experience
that
into
on
Bro.
Upper Dynamo.
Yep,
Avina
bro,
taking a safety
please.
save here and might be warping to start.
Bro doesn't care. Bro's down to 57 57 energy and does not care.
Yeah, we have not found a single E-Tank yet. So Avina took the save. I'm wondering if they're going to try the same trick. Is looking at it, is questioning it, trying to find out how far away from the door we can get. And we have power bombs. Everyone's got power bombs. So maybe... Oh, going for it. Snag the boost ball, but unfortunately the door has closed. Wait,
And it's
the door is
open!
not closed.
Look at
Okay. I really need to get up to date on what tricks have been found out, because that is
that. I
awesome.
didn't
I love
realize
that.
this is going to be some new trick. Because this was not part of the last tournament that I commentated.
Does it put that check in logic?
Oh, I have no idea.
I don't know if that's in logic yet, but it's huge. It's huge for them, because that gets boost ball. Did Avina? Nothing back here in
Hooray! It's an
TTA.
Metroid.
But we know this is going to be an artifact. No, we don't.
I thought we
Was
knew what
Training
the
Chamber
artifacts
not
were.
on there? Okay, I'm confused. Maybe Training Chamber wasn't on there and I missed it.
Power Chamber, Hydro Access Tunnel, Elite Research, SDA, and Storage Cave, according to Mark.
Okay. Okay, I must have missed that. My bad.
all
Okay,
good.
so don't have to get anything in TTA in Training Chamber, which is basically par for the course.
Yeah, what else is new?
Still no E.
Yep, not a room that the racers want to do, so both Bra and Davina have Boost Ball. Big shoutouts to
Dude.
Warren Traveler for the tracking, we appreciate that. And
Does
the only
Avina
one
have Spider Ball?
no.
The suit model looks like it, but that could just be
It's
because
because of
they picked up
Phazon.
Phazon suit.
It's because of Phazon.
Okay, so definitely need to go to landing site and pick that up. Taking a warp to save here. Could be wanting to get that wave beam in shore tunnel. This is the quickest way to it. I think that's the plan. And frigate crash site elevator.
Mm-hmm.
So that would just be overgrown cavern check.
I do enjoy alternate settings, because it does make you think about where to go, and it's not as always as straightforward as you would think.
Right. I'm curious to see
Ice spreader.
if we're gonna. What I
Oh, it's a
missed
missile
that?
expansion.
See if we're gonna find gravity suit, because I've seen a lot of runners spend a lot of time trying to get out of hat without gravity suit using the boost ball. Sometimes to the point where it changed who is in the lead.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
very
gosh,
tough.
Beetle actually got in here.
Silly
I've seen
Beetle.
that before. So, probably both runners very excited to find gravity suit. I know it's not required, but that is just such a demanding trick to get out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do we have? Tower of what? Obviously,
Tower
we
of
got an
Cookies.
artifact
I
here,
want
but what's going to
lunch.
be at the top?
Tower of Sandwiches, Tower of Cookies, I want lunch. Mark
And
thinks
that's the
it's
artifact
plasma.
of truth. Okay, Avina did pick up Spider, I'm hearing.
Bruh's got Boost and Spider.
Yeah, Bruh has Boost
Bond,
and Spider.
okay.
Avina might have both as well.
Yeah, Avina's got both.
Okay,
Chat confirming they went back and watched, so they do have both.
we'll just update that tracker when we have a second.
Yeah, this could just be... So, if you're unfamiliar with tracking, 1, trackers are awesome. 2, sometimes when buttons are clicked, they appear. And you keep trying to click the button, and it just doesn't want to appear on the actual tracker. Those of us that have tracked before, you can hear the frustration in said voice.
Yes, very familiar. You think you didn't click it because it
Imagine-
doesn't show up, so then you click it again and it turns off and then or on and then right back off.
Imagine doing an area rando and that not working.
Just saying.
and missiles. So Ruined Shrine and subsequent Tower of Light had a total of 4 missile expansions for us. So feeling a little more comfortable on missiles. For a while there we had to farm drops, but bro's up to 70.
Yeah, it's all good.
And speaking of missiles, another one on Avina's side in Warrior Shrine, and we are going to see what's...
Double missile.
More missile. Okay, so missiles.
Look, missiles are not a bad thing, especially when you get to Prime XO. And if you manage to come across that ice spreader, look, you want as many of those shots as you can on Prime XO ice phases.
It's huge. I mean, it freezes just the head part, but everything stops moving, and as soon as that's done, it recoils. The first time I ever played the game, I thought it was going to freeze like the entire exoskeleton. I was a little disappointed, but still an awesome item.
Okay.
It's like, wouldn't that be cool if it just froze the entire thing?
It just did it.
More missiles, and yet more missiles.
That's a lot of missiles to recede. That's 85 for bra.
And we still have plenty of easy checks. Heading down to Hive Totem, and we'll be able to check transport access north along with Vault. Do you think we're going to see plant on this seed?
Depends if Chozo, the rest of Chozo has nothing. Bro, okay.
Bro is literally jumping for joy.
The first energy
literally jumping for joy, and then another one right behind it.
34 minutes in before you find the first E-Tank.
In the same 2-second span, we went from being constantly worried about our health to being like, nah, we're good. Might
Still
pick up one more
it.
for comfort, but this is plenty.
You still want a minimum of 3.
EPC is the Sun Tower elevator, and it looks like bro's gonna go check it right away.
Oh boy.
Avina, meanwhile, picking up the X-ray visor in Magmore.
How exciting.
And finding a silver Metroid
Metroid.
in Lava Lake. We're just gonna use that to scan, or to dash. We're not gonna be picking that up. Avina's... Is it Avina's, like, icons for the different beams and visors look weird? It looks blank. Oh, it's just very, very, very faint. Okay. It's like, that was weird. I can't see the actual symbols. And... Burning Trail elevator leads to Great Tree Upper. Another Metroid. Boombox was a Metroid again.
You know, instead of artifacts...
Tiny missile spotted so far. I don't believe in this race. Or in this seed. I haven't seen one.
You know, instead of artifacts, PC, what would be a fun... a fun setting? Find all 6 Metroids
What would that be?
instead of artifacts. Find all 6
You have to find the Metroids. That would be cool.
Or if you really want craziness,
or if you want to play for hours, you have to max out your missiles before you can go to final bosses.
Ooh, yep. That's ice spreader.
Max out at 255.
What was that? X-ray?
I'm not no, it can't be X-ray. X-ray's in Magmore, but whatever it was, bro wanted it.
Yeah, it's ice spreader, I think. Yeah. No. What is it?
No. Gravity suit.
Okay.
Alright, don't have to worry about hat anymore. That is a brilliant find for bruh.
La, la, la.
And looks like bro's just going to be going deeper into mines. We know we have an artifact down here, but it's in upper mines, not lower. So it could just be wanting to check all these items in case of plasma. We're cornering that drone right into the corner there, fighting this without X-ray visor. Well, has Wavebuster. I love how the Wavebuster just instantly locks onto it and kills it in a matter of seconds, but I guess not willing to use up all our missiles for that. I probably would have gone with using the Wavebuster there. Alright. Still need to be a little cautious in this maze, but no problems for bro. That was actually a pretty easy maze. Picks up another E-tank, maxing out health. And we'll be venturing further into lower mines? Yeah, it's like venturing further. Avina, meanwhile, picking up first energy tank using the spider ball in Ice Ruins West. That is huge. You can see some shots there, some either happy, frustrated, or both power beam shots of no longer having to time your roll through scatter bamboo.
Also want to point out, PC, that people, if you've been watching any Metroid Prime or Prime Echoes long enough, you know of Brink and how much of a legend that Bra is. Avina actually was one of the stars that came out of the Prime Rando Mentor Tournament and has become I don't want to say household name yet, but definitely become someone way more known to the community. Avina is no pushover, and I'm happy we get to see these two here on the restream.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. That's awesome to...
At least I never saw Avina before the Mentor Tournament, so that's where I'm assuming, like, and Avina made a name for themselves. They really did, my opinion.
That's awesome. Love to see that. So we've got two experienced runners, but one coming out of the Mentor Tournament is awesome. I like that a lot.
And again, if you haven't had a chance to see any of the Metroid Prime Mentor Tournament, all of it is available on SpeedGaming's YouTube page. And if you really want a fun fact about it, the interesting thing about the Mentor Tournament, it was maxed. They added more people. I think there was like 31 or 32 signups for the Mentor Tournament. A massive success. And just because we have a Mentor Tournament doesn't mean you can't play. If you have questions and want to get involved in Rando, you are more than welcome to go ahead and do so. Join the Discord. Tons of people help you out. I started learning Rando, or just anything, and immediately I said it, and there were a bunch of people that were ready to help. It's something that this is a very welcoming community, and if you want to get involved, start learning, please, by all means, join the Discord, ask questions. There are plenty of tutorial videos out there, too. But it's a very welcoming community.
Yeah, I found this community about a year ago or so, during the 2023 tournament, and just decided to jump in the Discord. Had so much fun. Everyone is so nice, so welcoming. If you're looking for other resources, Metroid 2002 is also fantastic for speedrunning. But it's a great community. If you have questions, there's plenty of help tabs, and I'm just glad I got involved in a little more of a commentator and tracker role. Love it. It's a highlight of my weekends.
Love it. All
right. Let's see.
Does Bro want to go through labs? Is what I'm thinking.
It looks like it. Another E-Tank, so that one's actually vanilla.
And you have Wave and Ice. Avina has not been to Zoid to go get Ice Beam yet. So Avina's going to have to make their way over to get Ice Beam.
Maybe Bro's looking for Plasma. And both...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, wow. Thermal is Plasma locked.
My bad.
So
I'm thinking of Emogini, not Avina. Avina is well known throughout the community. Don't mind me. I've been doing commentary for the last 3 hours. It's Emogini that came out of the Mentor Tournament. Avina I've known and commentated with. Don't mind me.
Okay. All right.
Avina's a well-known runner and Rando runner.
I thought so.
Yes. No.
When I started the run, I was like, Bro, Ink, and Avina, these are two very experienced runners. But maybe I had just been watching a lot more of the recent stuff.
There, that was me whacking the microphone off my head, going stupid. I was thinking of Emogini. No, Emogini came out of the Mentor Tournament as one of the rising stars. Avina is a very underrated Rando runner and a really good person. Kirby fan need coffee? No, need nap. Need to go back to bed and or have lunch.
Or maybe shut off that other monitor.
I've got Twitch chat near the monitor.
I'm just teasing. I'm just messing with you.
It's fine. Sorry, Avina. You know how much I love
I'm just messing
commentating with you and watching you race.
Yes, follow the runners. Follow the runners.
Follow the
for
runners.
Sure.
I'm gonna get fired from commentary
So,
and never be let back in to do commentary again.
This was interesting. I don't know if I've seen this before. I'm not sure if you saw it, but typically what you see is what's happening right now in Observatory. When you shoot the pirates with an ice beam shot, they freeze, and then you can shatter them with a missile. All the pirates in Research Lab Ether just flashed red from the ice beam and didn't actually freeze.
That's interesting.
And so had to be shot 2 or 3 times. Maybe that's
Yeah.
a glitch. I haven't seen that before.
I've never seen that before either, and I'm only kidding, folks. I'm not gonna get fired. The unofficial voice of Super Metroid Map Rando commentary is here. I love Metroid Prime. Like, if you, I can't wait for Prime 4 to come out. That it's finally been announced.
Dude, I am so hyped for it.
It looks so good.
I never knew what Metroid was, but my older brother picked up Prime one day at like a GameStop or whatever, like super pre-owned or whatever, just to try it out, and he played it for like a couple weeks, never really got into it. I instantly fell in love with it.
Yep.
And have been playing all 3. Prime's my favorite of the 3 ever since. But
Yep,
4, man,
It looks
drop
amazing.
your hype for Prime 4 in the Twitch chat because it is going to be amazing.
Prime 1 is a game that I really love. I've loved it since I was a kid, played it when it came out. I thought it was just a completely unique experience. And look, Super Metroid's my second favorite video game of all time. I love Super Metroid, but when Metroid Prime came out, man, it felt weird. But once you played it and you just get immersed in, you know, this entire planet, from Talon to Chozo, the great music of, you know, Magamore and Phendrana just becomes so calming, and then all of a sudden she guts. And then, oh, there's Mama She Got. And then it's just, oh, there's a giant freaking rock thing. And then this labs with the, you know, the space pirate music being, I don't want to say ominous, but it's definitely suspenseful music. Is, it's pretty interesting. So I love, the, you know, Metroid Prime 1. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I've never played Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. It was way too dark. When I was a kid, it felt very off place. And I picked up 3, and 3 felt very weird. But Phase is probably...
3 is definitely kind of... It's different. When you saying Prime 2 is too dark, did you mean the themes or the contrast? Because both were pretty dark.
Well, that's what I mean.
I have to turn my TV brightness all the way up to the max if I'm going to play that game.
Yeah, no, again, it was both. It was themes, it was creatures, it was everything about it. Dark Samus, Light Beam, Dark Beam, Light World, Dark World. But apparently
I don't know, I love that about it.
Yeah. Oh, the plasma!
Plasma! So, bro, rewarded for diving deep into Phendrana. Sorry, we kind of haven't been following races
fine.
much. Just reminiscing about how awesome these games are.
We were waiting for something exciting to happen.
That's true. That's true. And something exciting did just happen. Bruh finding the plasma beam in Frost Cave, which now means... Okay, look. Flying Pirate, can you cut us a break? Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Switching to plasma beam.
Can you cut us a break? No. You remember week 6 last year in this room. No. They will
Well,
not
then we are
cut
going
you a
to switch
break.
to the plasma beam, and you're going to know what it feels like to be disintegrated. So that's just what's going to happen.
Wait till you spawn close to this room, though, if anyone remembers that, you know, the tournament we were talking about earlier, the 2023 Prime Randomizer tournament. And there was a seed that took 45 minutes to get out of Farfen because we spawned.
Oh, I remember that one.
It was so bad.
It was. We started right outside of that room, and it was the only way forward.
It was the only
but
way
those
forward.
Pirates were just bullying our players so much. I forgot about that until you just mentioned
Cobbs
it.
and I had a ridiculous amount of fun. We were laughing too hard. We were trying to do anything, but it was so terrible. At one point, we were just counting racers' deaths because it was just like, how many times before it takes to get out of here? Another great race you need to go back and watch. Yep. Again, everyone's favorite beam combo.
It's just the visual of it is incredible. It looks awesome, especially on the remaster. Talking about Prime hype, that Prime remastered version for the
Prime
Switch.
remastered is great. Man, Prime Remastered would be a fun speedrunning category, but they nerfed a lot of the speedrunning.
They did. I was about to say, if you want to play the game fast and break it wide open, Prime Original is the one that's held together with duct tape. Prime Remaster is actually pretty strong. There are obviously some speedrunning tricks, but it's nothing like this.
But like the biggest speedrunning trick is scan dashes. Those are gone.
Right, exactly. Those were gone in the PAL version, wasn't it? You have to lock onto a creature now. You have to go and get the seedling if you want to do early space jump.
Maybe. I will say though,
I always owned the NTSC, and that's just been like my go-to.
I will say about Vanilla Elevator, by the way. I will say
what elevator was that? I missed it.
That was the normal post Stardust to workstation elevator.
Oh, so that one's just switch
Vanilla.
location to the other side of workstation.
Oh, it's Talon Overworld South. My bad. Never mind.
Yeah, so the Stardust elevator is now lower tree chamber, but the original elevator is literally just on the other side of Magma Workstation.
Yeah, and Avina's trying to bomb jump over this this gate. Yes, Avina shoots the gate. It's not the gate's fault.
Oh, so close there. This is a tricky one. It's a little easier coming back because the ground on the other side is actually a little bit higher. There we go. Gets it without too much issue there.
Hydro access tunnel for Bra. This is an artifact.
Yeah, we're going to be able to get Hat pretty easily, and we're going to see what's on Sun Chamber. On Avina's side. If it's something... Well, now that I'm saying it out loud, I don't know if it can be anything that's gonna like change the lead. It can't be Plasma Beam. I mean, Bro has all 3 suits, all 3 beams, and all of the Morphball upgrades.
Yeah.
So Bro is rushing artifacts.
Bro's in go mode and has been in go mode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Avina,
so this can't
though,
be anything huge.
Nope.
Best thing it could be would probably be Ice Spreader. Or supers.
Yeah, no supers yet either. But yeah, the best thing in Prime 3, in my opinion, is Phase. That planet is gorgeous.
Oh, Phase is...
It's a beautiful
incredible.
work of art.
Seeing the other Metroid Prime looking husks in there just changed a lot about what, you know, my thoughts on the lore, because I know that if we're going by canon, there was retconning and stuff done so that a Metroid brought by the Space Pirates must have somehow gotten past the impenetrable Chozo barrier, and that's what became Metroid Prime. I still like the concept that Phase had Metroids on it. The Chozo took it to Phase. Took Metroids to Phase as well as SR388 because of the Super Predators there. There's an amazing article called The Spectacular Story of Metroid on Kotaku that was written by Mama Robotnik.
Nice.
Huge shout out to that if you're interested in reading about the lore.
There's also a 2.5-hour video of the entire Metroid timeline that goes into...
There is a lot of them, but...
Canon. It's great.
Right. Some of the canon things, I'm like, I don't know. I prefer some of the retcon stuff, but, you know, I know that's not canon, so...
Well, it's all good. I mean, it's just really interesting to hear about Samus, how she came onto the planet, how she found the Chozo, and everything else. It's very interesting. So, like, I'm interested where Prime 4 is going to fall in the actual timeline, because there is a game called Other M that just critically
do
not like. Doesn't
no,
exist?
There's not.
Okay,
no, that game does not exist. It was a rumor.
Okay. I mean, I played it, so apparently I
played it.
I must have played a beta version.
Did not like it. It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit anywhere. I don't know.
It's supposedly
I have strong negative feelings about that game, primarily from the point that
I got to the first boss in the lava, and I was like, "This is stupid." And I stopped.
Well, what bugged me most was that Samus has all of her abilities, but can't use them unless Adam gives authorization. That is not how Metroid works.
No, it's not. But it does introduce you to Adam Malkovich, which, again...
is huge for Fusion, yes, and maybe even for 4. And it introduces you, it gives you more backstory on Ian. Not spoiler, because it's not out yet, but there is some speculation that Sylux is Ian Malkovich.
Interesting.
There's
Silence was a fun
there's-
one to play as in Prime Hunters. Did anyone else like Prime Hunters, or was it like just me? So I thought that was a pretty innovative game for the DS. It was
I
tough.
never played it, but
It-
I'm
look,
glad
it
to
was tough
see
'cause of
that
the
coming back because Silex
was-
is such an interesting character.
Yeah, it was interesting because of the mechanics of that game on the DS. The graphics weren't the greatest, but playing as a lot of the hunters was pretty fun.
It looks like Sun Chamber was a pile of missiles. Avina did nail early wild,
Avina not happy.
but it's just missiles, so you can see some frustrating shots there as well. So that's gonna be Chozo kind of figured out there. Avina's gotta head into Phazon, or head into Farfen to get that plasma beam before they can start. Oh, getting caught on the gate there, and then they're gonna have to go get the gravity suit unless they want to try the boost hat trick. So, Bro, meanwhile, is just trying to rush these artifacts as quickly as possible. It looks like we've got elite research coming up now. We know that that's an artifact. Whether or not it's on Philip, is it Philip or Calvin? Which one's the Phazon elite? I don't remember if that's Philip or Calvin. Someone's gonna have to
Calvin, I think,
tell
is
me in the chat.
Mines. So that's Calvin.
I can never remember whether Calvin was the power trooper at the top or
What trooper at the top?
Okay,
I
so
think. Oh no, wait,
so
that's Philip?
the Phazon elite is what I'm talking about.
Oh, the Phazon Elite. Kirby's saying
It has a name too. It might be Philip. Yep, Kirby fan. Thank you. It's Philip.
thought
So we
Philip
know
was
it's either
Cosmos
going to be
Nickel.
Philip or it's going to be the industrial cannon at the top.
thought-
We're about to find out.
I thought Philip was Cosmos Nickel. I'm just saying.
Yep, big sack of nothing there. Sorry, Avina. And missiles. So that, I believe that's every check in Chozo for Avina.
Zoid.
We can't get to the tree, but I believe both runners have peeked it.
Avina needs Zoid.
Oh, that's right. They haven't done Zoid yet. They're looking for beams and just might have last locationed it. Alright, let's see if it's just pick it up or if we have to go in battle. Nope, just pick it up. So that brings Bruh to 4.
Yay.
And let me look back at the list of artifacts to see which ones are we missing. Oh, that was a while ago. Storage Depot A, which
Correct.
is, and yeah, we're heading there right
Yep.
now.
And
to go
Bond is
pick up
correct.
where the flamethrower usually is.
Yep, Bond correct. Bond
Not sure if you
saying-
saw, but there was a seed a couple weeks ago where we got soft locked in this room
Oh, that sounds terrible.
because the logic was broken. You needed to get power bombs to get through, but power bombs were in Storage Depot A.
Jeez.
We eventually just had to completely restart. It was wild.
That's insane. But yeah, Bond is correct in chat, saying that they don't think Avina's been to early Chozo. That is correct. Avina looked on the map and saw a lot of open space. So yes, that is correct. Early Chozo, Avina's
Okay.
not been to. Avina opening up Vault. for
Must have
Energy
missed
Tank.
that. Maybe I'm thinking of Bro. And that's an E-tank. Not comfortable with just the one. Needs to visit Hive Totem and you'll find 2. Might actually be
Yep.
heading that way now. I'm not sure what was on the ledge.
Still has to go to Tower Chamber.
Oh, well, I picked it up, whatever was on the ledge. Yeah, it might be heading that way now. Okay, yeah, I must have thought Avina was here before and missed that.
Avina's going to go to the elevator.
So
too
there
and
is
just peek
the
it.
Storage Depot A artifact.
One more
Lantern's
artifact for
thank
Bro.
you. And that one would be where?
I don't know.
I can't find the chat where we put all the where Shine
Alright.
Spark put all the artifacts. Got hat, got elite research, got Storage Depot A.
If you would be as of so kind as to repost the artifacts, please.
Got TTA. Got Storage cave. Isn't that all 6? I must be missing one.
Tower chamber, hydro access tunnel, elite research, SDA, and storage cave.
That's
We're missing
5.
one.
And
No,
yeah,
hat.
that's only 5.
That's 5.
Oh, we got one in TTA.
ETA, that's it.
Yeah, they picked that up before they even checked hints.
Oh, so bro's got them all.
No worries. I think Bro does have them all. Looks like heading towards final bosses. So thought this was going to be a long seed, but we're heading to Ridley with 58 minutes. We might even get to Ridley before the 1-minute mark if we really book it.
Yep. PC, I will be right back.
No worries. Yeah, so Wavebuster was found, I think by both. Maybe it was just Bruh. No, both of them found their Wavebuster, I'm pretty sure. But the tracker is being a little bit... Not the tracker person, not you, Warren Traveler, you're doing great. The tracker program is being a little bit problematic today. No, I'm pretty sure Bruh got Tower Chamber. I think that's all. Looks like taking a safety save here to replenish all of our, 100 missiles? We had a ton of missiles in this 95, so yeah. Doing a long dash over there, seeing if we can get up there pretty quick. So yeah, it'll be just about a minute. Avina, meanwhile, did get X-ray visor. Neither of them, or Bruh did not go back for thermal visor. So Bruh's actually going to have, Bruh's going to have a little bit of a harder time on Essence, only having the combat visor. There are ways to attack Prime with the Phazon beam, even if you can't see. It's a lot more finicky. You got to use sound clues, you got to use positioning clues, that kind of thing. So Avina has the advantage in terms of X-ray, but unfortunately, it's just this is Bruh's race to lose. I mean, yeah, heading into Meta Ridley. Metroid Ridley. That'd be an interesting boss. Heading into Meta Ridley here, we're going to be using the boost ball trick. This is one of the more commonly known ones, but in case you're new to this game, or you're not familiar with it, Meta Ridley was never made immune to the boost ball. So the developers forgot to make, or either forgot or maybe intended you to do this. I really don't think it was intended though. And Ridley takes massive damage from the boost ball. You can see we just went from 3/4 health to 1/4 health with a single boost. It's because the boost ball does 50,000 damage per frame that it's active. And so if you can boost between the legs, right where Meta Ridley's chest piece is, you can just knock off a ton of damage.
Alright, PC, I am back.
Nice. Good to have you back. So,
Oh,
boost ball trick, not a problem for Bruh, and we were able to get a bunch of damage, but then did a few boosts. Now it looks like we're about to finish it up. Sniping those mouth shots when they rears back is so difficult. There you go, got one. Oh, but if you get it on the first frame, it doesn't actually let you do any damage, so... That is Meta Ridley at 1 minute, or 1 hour and 1 minute, heading into Impact Crater. Avina looking at Burn Dome and saying, yep, that's where I'm going to go. And you're going to find it. You're just not going to be happy at how long it took.
Avina's just having fun with them.
Avina, are you just... It looks like you're playing Marble Madness or something.
Marbles on stream? What? We playing marbles?
Marble Madness, I was saying. It looks like that game. I don't know if you ever played Marble Madness, but it was just all about changing surfaces so that you could roll a marble into a track. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Bruh heading into Metroid Prime here. Oh, going for Exo Skip?
Oh,
Okay,
bruh's
it
setting
looks
it
like
up.
Bruh's going for Exo Skip. So if you can get Jack and Jill up here, you can get one of them lodged into this room with you where the spider track is. And by using it to clip out of bounds, yeah, we're going to see Exo Skip here, and it looks like Bro has plenty of time to get it to work. So if you haven't seen this before, this is crazy. This is not super well known by everyone. I believe it's a hard trick. It's
It's
definitely not
an
the beginner phase.
extremely difficult trick. Because if
If
you
you get
get
it, you
caught...
shave off the entire Prime fight,
Correct.
like Exo. You can just walk to the load trigger for the essence fight. Get it? Okay, Bruh got out of bounds but fell to the bottom of Phase Encore.
This is an extremely, extremely long reclimb back up impact crater.
In fact, I almost wonder if it would be worth resetting back to the Impact Crater save station and just doing a vanilla. Well, I guess the Exo fight is really long and we don't have supers, so that power phase is going to be really irritating. Yeah, Bro got it, but then fell, looking like he's making his way up pretty quick, though. I have to say, this is a fast climb. You just can't make any mistakes or you fall again. Get in the next room to load. Jack or Jill, one of them just kind of sitting there.
Nope, bro's done it. Back up. Okay. Good recovery from bruh. Appreciate that, Mart. I was only giving you a little bit of crap. Been seeing you a lot of the commentary I've been doing lately. Always good to get back to some Metroid Prime as well. Okay, this is room 1. Subchamber 1. There's a specific way you have to go down these rooms, unstandables, but still go. So you don't get yourself soft-locked. Takes a lot of practice. Hopefully you all are also enjoying the Echoes tournament that is going on right now.
Oh, thank you, Shine Spark. I was feeling a little left out. I will admit, you have a lot more experienced WX fan than me.
That's fine.
This is only my 4th or 5th time tracking.
I've been podcasting.
I've heard your voice so much over the year watching all of these old races. So
thank you. No, I've done podcasting and live show hosting since 2016, 2017, somewhere in that time frame, and I've just got. I would love to be a professional broadcaster. So this is fun to me. It's not work. It's fun.
I just love seeing what the seeds have in store for us.
Mm-hmm. And hey, Shine Sparking. Nice save.
Sorry, I misread your name as Matt earlier. It's Shine Sparking Mart. My bad. I called you Matt a couple times.
It's all good. All right. Oh, Vina goes down. So again,
we'll be climbing that.
To reiterate from earlier, Ammo Ginny is one of the runners also in this, not on the restream. But Ammo Ginny is one of the rising stars that came out of that Mentor tournament we just had this year for Prime 1, and Bra Inc. has done the Exo Skip. And it's always good to see Avina back doing racing.
So, Exo Skip is complete and we're on to Essence.
With no visors.
I was just checking race time to be sure.
No
that
visors.
nobody else has finished, but no, everyone is still in progress. So
Yep. So this is the problem. No visors.
yeah, I was talking about this when you were away. We kind of just gotta find the scan point or wait to hear the damage because we don't have any visors. Avina has X-ray, found that in Magmore, and Thermal was the first item we saw. It was locked behind Plasma in the ice of Ice Ruins West. So I guess we weren't near there often enough to merit going to get it, but this is going to take a little longer than you might expect. Venus got 2 artifacts, and we might see a frigate climb here. We never saw that on Bruh's side, potentially thinking Overgrown Cavern, but Avina never went to Burn Dome, so does not have Ice Beam. Maybe thinking that's the way to go now, but we've got some shots of frustration. It's an amazing soundtrack, Shine Spark. I love the soundtrack for this one, but I've always been a cutscene, like I skip it after the first time I played through the game. I always skip the cutscene, and if you skip the cutscene too fast in the NTSC version, this battle is just done in complete silence. And it's actually kind of a bit of a letdown because it's such a cool theme. I always have to wait, give it a couple seconds to load the cutscene before hitting start. Otherwise, you're just kind of sitting there in silence, and you know, well, for some bosses that's cool to not have music. If it's a really in some games, Metroid Prime music is too much to pass up.
Metroid Prime has.
All right, might be able to do it with this pool. What do you think?
It's possible. Look, Metroid Prime has got some of the best music. Like, I've used it at work to focus, just like have it in the background while I'm working. It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Specifically, Early Fen and Magmore are 2 of my favorites.
Magmore's great. I like Farfen. And of course, you got Frigate Crash Site, which is always just relaxing.
Yeah.
Or Crash Frigate, rather. Nope, Bruh's gonna have to go with yet one more pool.
Yeah, Shine Spark got stuck right on top of him, so wasn't able to finish it out. Next pool, we might not have to do any pool cancels. That might be enough health to just drain it all.
Bruh's very close.
And finish this out in an hour 10.
Very close. Make sure you give the racers a follow, !R on the Twitch chat, !C if you want to follow the commentary and tracking teams. Shout out to Warren Traveler for tracking. Shout out to PC for taking care of this entire commentary. Nicely done from PC. And no!
Thank you. Oh my gosh! Stuck with 1 HP. Just a sliver of health. So we're gonna have to wait for all of these. We just see shockwaves coming out of nowhere because we don't have any of the visors. That's rough. That's rough.
That is
buddy.
rough. It's tough. It's rough and tough. So yeah.
1 HP in a dream.
Even Reed the Great is hanging out with us in Twitch chat.
Taking Samus's Phazon suit and becoming, Dark Samus. It's quite a dream. And there we go. Official time, 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 31 seconds. And checking the race room,
Avina's forfeited.
Bruh is the first to finish.
Yep. And Avina did forfeit from the race.
Avina taking a forfeit.
So we'll get them marked. We'll get them in here for a little post-game interview. Once again, we get to talk about how great Bruh is. Statue goes up to Bruh's honor on Talon 4 next week. I'm kidding.
Well, the Chozo do say it takes a lifetime of practice to become good at making statues, so I don't know. We'll call Old Bird in here. Or maybe Quiet Robe if he's not busy getting possessed by parasites. GG's to both players. We'll send out those invites and see if we can get them in here for interviews.
I mean, if they don't want to, that's fine too.
Got a hugely full tracker even on bro's side. We never got supers, any of the visors, ice spreader, or flamethrower.
Be curious to see.
Me too, Shine Spark. I'm really curious to see where supers were. Watching the credits after a race is really fun because you get to see where everything you missed was and kind of have to
Might have
draw
been,
conclusions about what the
might
game
have
was trying
been,
to get you to do.
might have been part of the reason Braun never went to, and did Exoskip to begin with. Not fighting supers. That's a long,
I'm gonna say Life
long fight.
Grove.
It's possible. It's a really, really long exo fight with no supers.
Yeah, the charge beam shots, it's just too fast. Supers make your beams tracking, so otherwise you are just mashing the power beam button.
Well, we got Bra in the green room. Might be waiting for Avina.
Yeah, we never got our validator, also known as flamethrower.
Mm-hmm.
Validates the seed.
There's Bra. GG's, Bra.
Hey, bro, GG's.
Bra?
Your mic might not be connected, right?
Maybe Bra just doesn't want to talk to us. Sees me on commentary and is like, oh, do I have to be here?
Bro's muted. We're fiddling around with the settings there to get that fixed.
I'm kidding.
I know.
Bro, it was a joke. You didn't have to deafen in Discord too. That hurts my feelings. I kid. No, bro's trying to get the mics going. Oh, there's bro. Maybe. It's the background music. Bro's gonna hit all of the buttons.
Your circle's green, but I still can't hear you.
Hey! There's bro's beautiful voice.
Thank
Wow.
you.
There he is.
GG's, fellas. That was one heck of a seed.
Yes. In Twitch chat, I was kidding about bro. We were trying to get his mic fixed. The hamster wasn't rolling. The all that fun stuff. But, bruh, what a seed. Finding Phazon early as you did, how did you think that was gonna route?
Well, I mean, I was kind of shocked when I found that. I was like, okay, it's really good, of course. Like, getting early Phazon is it's really nice. But, I mean...
How'd you feel about Plasma being the last check before Storage Cavern in Fen?
Oh, well, so I was, like, planning. I'm like, I'm gonna check, what's that room called? Frost Cave? I'm gonna check Frost Cave. And if it's not here, I'm just gonna leave, and I'm gonna go to the elevator. And then it was just there, and I was like,
it was right in time for you to just snag that artifact and get out of there.
Yeah, it was kind of a perfect spot for it.
Super Missile is Hall of the Elders.
Hello.
Wow, Hall of the Elders. Ice Spreader, Fungal Hall B, we would never go in there. Main Quarry for Flamethrower. Wow. Where was Thermal? Hey, Avina!
Hello. Thermal was right at the start in Ice Runs East.
It was behind the ice. Yeah, couldn't get in until we had Plasma.
Well, this was an interesting seed.
It was very interesting because it seemed like it was going to be very long and drawn out, and then you guys found the Phazon suit relatively quick, and just the artifacts weren't actually too bad.
Yeah, that Phazon kind of carried it. If that Phazon hadn't been free, this could have been a lot longer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even then, it was still like an hour 10, which, I mean, isn't like a super long seed, but it wasn't exactly fast.
Well, if you forget that Zoid is a check, or... I was still looking for ice. I'd got everything but ice and my elevator to Magmore, basically. When
we saw you zooming in on Zoid a few times. That's where it was.
That's where it was? Okay, yeah. So I just forgot.
It was.
I knew Zoid, and then I walked by it, and just mentally checked it off and did everything you could do.
Well, that's the thing. It was behind Zoid. Zoid was a Notroid.
Mm-hmm.
But it was in Burn Dome.
Yeah. I was probably depending on Plasma, I want to say like 40 minutes. I'd full cleared everything you can do without that. So
Yeah, it
it's,
looked
I
like it
assume
going
where Astral
pretty
was.
crazy backwards.
Yeah. No, that seed, like the start, at least what I saw, is really cool if you don't know any tricks and you're just playing it normally. That's a lot of clever back and forth, fun locations for things.
It
Fun,
really
just
was like a
random game
Metroidvania.
knowledge. Yeah, like, oh, you have to know you can go through Chozo backwards through uh, Reflecting Pool, Save Station, kind of stuff all the way to Zoid. Very interesting.
Yeah, I want to bring up the Shine Spark brought this up in the chat and reminded me. I want to bring up that lockpick method for Antechamber. I had never seen that before, but you both just like aced it on your first or second try. That was wild to be able to pick up Boost Ball without Ice Beam.
Oh yeah, that's a cool one. And funny enough, I actually never did that trick before.
That's
So,
also the first time I've ever done it.
yeah. So,
Well, you guys got it. I mean, it's nice that there's a save station right across the hall, but
Yeah.
you got it first or second try, both of you.
I was so nervous about that too. I was like, I saw someone do this once. I think I can do it.
yeah, I remembered there was some kind of weird setup you had to do for it. So I tried it once just on my own, and it didn't work. And then I just like in the time that I was using to reset, I looked up Jeff's video on it. And was like, "Hey, I do it."
I will say I also looked up Jeff's video, but I got it on my first attempt, which was before I watched the video while it was loading on my phone. So
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Those
and
strats.
Jeff is in the chat as well, saying one of these days, bro. One of these days.
Jeff's about to take down all his videos after.
Yeah.
Yeah, next
You're
time you
giving them the keys they need to win.
Those videos are about to get unlisted. Yeah, so thanks for that, Jeff. But what's funny is, like, so we have our async weeklies on the Prime Randomizer server. It's been, like, I think it was twice in a row, I beat Jeff by, like, less than 60 seconds. And so he's got, like, he's got to get his revenge at me sometime, but not today.
Well,
Thanks
you can
to
be
him
sure he'll
having
be
that
keeping things close to his chest from here on out.
Yeah, Jeff is no longer.
All you got to do, Jeff, is find some other crazy trick that saves a ton of time, and then just don't tell anyone until you post it.
Yeah, you gotta find
Just-
Crater Entry Point Secret World.
Just
Jeff.
teleport, Jeff. Come on.
If you could find out how to get into the artifact or impact crater without any artifacts, that would probably make bro feel really bad.
Yeah. Or if he discovers Crater Entry Point Secret World and then he just skips Plasma. That would also be something.
Oh, that too.
Speaking of, where was Plasma? That was the only thing between me and a clear.
Plasma's in Frost Cave,
Yeah, okay, so I would.
which is on the way to picking up the artifact at Fendrana's Edge. Because you both found PBs pretty early. We saw PBs locked the wave beam and we're like, oh no, what's that gonna do? But it was just sitting there in Crossway, and you both got that climb first or second try.
I'm so embarrassed. I dropped it on my first try.
You both did.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. I took a couple years streak where I never messed that trick up, and then I think in the last like CGC weekly with Bruh, I was like, yeah, I never messed this trick up, and then messed it up twice in a row.
It's finicky if you don't get lodged in the little piece there. Bro, did you go for EXO because you didn't have supers, or you didn't want to deal with EXO for some other reason?
I mean, I was just like, let's give him some content. I'll do it. But
well, you got it real quick, have to say.
Yeah, that went a lot better than it could have. I only messed up once, and I got that secret world surprisingly fast. So.
And I mean, we saw you fall, and we're wondering, but you climbed it like in 30 seconds flat.
Oh yeah, I got a really lucky jump off of the Aether floor, and that really helped me out. But yeah, what were those E-tanks early on, dude? Like-
Yeah, I was about to say, between Lava and Sheegoth, you guys could not catch a break. I think Amagini... I'm sorry. WX fan, you messed me up. Avina, so sorry. You had a death there to the Sheegoths, and then Bruh took a dip in the lava.
I then took a dip in the lava also.
And you took it. Okay, I must have missed that part. But
2 deaths
and
in
then
the
you
first
guys found
15
You found
minutes.
energy tanks crazy fast. There were 2 in Hive Totem, one right behind the other, one in Vault, one 2 in Research Lab Ether. Both the upper and lower were both E tanks.
The best was that you could see the one in Fen Shore and in Ice Ruins East, like right away. Those were theoretically the first 2 items you looked at. And just like, yeah, you can get those later, eventually, someday.
Oh,
But
yeah,
without the damage reduction, you were just getting punished. It reminded us of the seed where the random start was in Frozen Pike, and you just had flying pirates killing you every 15 seconds. It was very reminiscent of that.
Yeah, in that Magmore early on, I was like, I'm going to play this, like, very safe, because no E-tanks, we only have 1 suit. I'm like, somebody out of the 7 of us, at least one person is going to die here, and I do not want that to be me.
Oh, it was me.
It was both of you.
Oh, it was us.
it was you. It was you two. Yeah. I'm trying to think. There was a lot going on in this race. Missile count was off the charts. I think, bro, you went in with 95 missiles into the impact crater.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're skipping Exo, what do you need them for?
Yeah. I mean, my Exo skip is not the best, but if I don't have beam combos, it's a lot more, like, appetizing, I guess.
But no visors still.
Yeah, no visors.
Ammo wasn't a problem, but visors were a little bit of an issue, especially because Essence decided to sit right on top of you during that last pool.
Yeah, I mean, I really should have picked up visors. I mean, I just never had a chance to get thermal. And X-ray, I tried to get it, like, at the very beginning, but I just messed up, like, the NS.
Yeah, Vina, you picked that up. It was in Triclops pit?
Yeah. I only picked it up because I bailed on checking that elevator and lava lake because I had died twice and knew I was behind, and just bet on coming back to check that. Maybe it's late progression. Turns out it was nothing at any point in the game. So
I just realized I hot dogged that X-ray. I had a backtrack in my artifact cleanup, and I walked right through Triclops.
Oh no!
I didn't pick it up. I didn't realize that until right now. Well, that kind of sucks.
And like you said, neither of you were really in the position to pick up thermal because you just don't go back to that room unless you wanted to warp to start after finding plasma. But once you get plasma, you get the artifact, and it's just kind of things are falling into place. There's no reason to go back.
Also, hot dogging the X-ray a little bit better than hot dogging the ice beam.
Right. But at least gave the sentry, the cloaked sentry drone in Central Dynamo. Bro walked in. We're like, wait, you don't have a X-ray, so actually has to fight this kind of vanilla, and it was being really mean about putting up that shield it has. I did note that both of you had Wavebuster, and that's always been my way of, when I'm casually playing the game, of fighting that because it just locks on automatically. But that's been
I actually did not know that.
Sometimes. The way you can sit up jump into the room, and as soon as you hear the beep, just fire off the Wavebuster. It automatically finds it and kills it in a matter of seconds. You just gotta have the missiles for it.
I kind of forgot that I had that. Like, I walked in there, I was just like, no supers, no X-ray, no plasma. Like, this is gonna be a rough fight.
Okay. I was gonna say I normally just super plasma, and I don't have to think about it. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's cool. This is the third option.
Yeah, I just did charged ice, which is not the best. I mean, Wavebuster would have been better, but
And got a pretty fantastic maze for the E-Tank in there. That maze was pretty short, like one of the shortest I've seen in a while.
Oh yeah, that was a good maze.
Well, WX fan, you have anything that we haven't touched on yet? I think that's everything I had on my end.
I'm good. Like I said, I was more doing co-coms here at PC. This has been your show, so...
No worries. Thank you for jumping in.
My pleasure.
Always good to have someone to talk to.
Agreed.
And a huge thank you to Warren Traveler for doing our tracking. There was a lot of stuff going on real quick, so thank you so much for keeping up with that. Bro, Vina, anything else you guys want to add before we wrap it up here?
I played terribly. I'm embarrassed.
No, you didn't. Stop it. Stop it.
I knew Bro's way faster than me, better trick execution and knowledge. I didn't expect to win, but man, I thought I'd be a little closer.
It was just a very weird seed. There were so many routing choices, and if you pick the wrong one, it kind of locks you into a road that you don't know what's going to be down until you start walking it.
I kind of like my routing. It was my execution that was the problem, which is more of the I played terribly. Especially after I died the second time, I was scared, and I was like, okay, just walk everywhere. Hold L. No need to worry about trying to bunny hop or, trying to get good R jumps or wave dashes, combat dashes for speed. Just be safe, be slow.
Yeah, Samus, you know that this planet is literally decaying and dying under your feet. Do you really not have a run option? Why must you walk everywhere?
Going back to other M.
Yeah.
No, we don't talk about that. We had a long discussion about that while you guys were just
Where's
picking
the
up
arm
missiles.
pumping?
Metroid Prime needs a speed booster.
That'd be
That
fun.
would be wild. That'd be so much fun.
That would be really fun. I'm trying to think of the best places to use it, though. There's not a whole lot of just straight hallways.
That would make it more
that
fun.
don't have Reaper vines jumping out at you every 2 seconds.
The speed strats, though.
Yeah. Just shine spark through a wall.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'd be something like shine spark into a morph ball tunnel, and you're now out of bounds.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah.
It's the screw attack in Echoes. It's very similar.
I mean, I've played that fairly well for not really playing the game in 3 weeks. It could have been better, but I can't really complain that much.
Alright, well, if no one has anything else, huge shout out to WX Fan for joining me on the comms and Warren Traveler for tracking. GG's to both of our runners. I think we've already put, I'm going to try exclamation R and C in the chat again. I know we had some issues with it, but...
Oh, you don't need to follow me. I only stream when I'm doing this.
But thank you to
Follow Avina
SpeedGaming.
anyway.
And you guys both did really well. Congrats to Bruh. Sorry to Jeff. And
Wow.
Called out.
well, we were just saying, keep your tricks close to your chest.
That's no
I'm
fun
sorry.
though.
I'm
It's
sorry,
more
Jeff.
fun when everyone gets to
That's
do the
true.
cool lock
That's
pick.
true. This is we were talking about how amazing this community is. It's been a lot of fun getting involved. And I'm checking the race time room right now. It looks like Bruh and Jeff have finished. The other 3 are still in progress. But in terms of the stream, I think that about wraps it up.
That it does.
So thank you to all of our viewers, and especially to our runners,
And also our
we will
commentators.
Thank you so much.
Yo.
And I think we'll see you on the next mission.
See you next mission.